Welcome to TechBrothersIT. In this video, we are going to learn about pivot function in PySpark. So what exactly is the pivot function? The pivot function in PySpark is used to rotate or pivot a data frame by returning unique values from one column into separate columns. It is commonly used for data summarization and reporting. So you will see in the example, you would understand when I say one column into the multiple columns, how exactly that happen. Okay, when you use pivot data, you group it with some columns and create a new columns for each unique value in other column. Typically, you aggregate functions such as sum, averages apply to fill in the values. So here is the syntax. You will say data frame, then you will have group by, and then column list, maybe one or two column, whatever you want, and then you say pivot, and then the pivot name, pivot column name, and then you will say aggregate, and then provide the aggregate function here. So let's take a look on the data. That's going to make more sense. Maybe the first definition and all didn't make sense. Okay, now we have this data here. You see that we have name, year, and then we have product and revenue. So these are the four different column data we have here. So here we have records, and then here I'm providing a list of the columns, and then we are creating a data frame. So in the data frame you have create a data frame function here, and then we using the above data and the columns for the schema and creating the data frame. Now we can run this code and see the data. So you will see it visually in output, how exactly your table will look like or data frame look like. Okay, here is our data frame. Now you can see that I have name, year, product, and revenue. Now in case of pivot, you see that this product is repeating over and over. So A, product B, for each of the person here. Let's say Amir in 2023 bought the product A and B, and you have very limited products. Maybe you have 3 or 4 products, but they're repeating over and over, and it is making a huge list of or rows of data. You wanna see like, okay, how about if I will have name, and then I have a year, then I have product A in the column, and then I have a product B in the column, and then revenue comes under it. If you would like to do something like that, the pivot is a perfect example for that. So here in this example, if you see what I'm doing here, so I'm creating a new data frame called pivot df, and then I'm saying df, the one data frame we have just created on top, and we are saying group by name and year. Okay, we would like to have a name and year as is, and then what we want to do, we want to pivot the product, and in the product, if you remember that we have product A, product B, product C, we are not telling like the name of these columns, or hey, create this column. It will automatically create this column for us, and then we are saying, hey, do the sum on the revenue, and then show us the data. So let's take a look, and this will make it more clear. And now I'm gonna actually do both of them, so you will see right next to each other. Okay, so here is our original data frame. That's right there, a little bit up. Okay, here is our original that has name, year, and then had product, right? And now we did that pivot on product. So you see that the product, it has product A, and then it created the product B column automatically, and then year and name stay as is. So we didn't we group by on these columns, and then pivot on product, but we need to put some value for that, right? So we want to put a revenue for product A and B, so we took that column and did the sum on it. So now if you see right there, we have Lisa in 2025. She bought the product A, and she didn't buy the product B. So if you go right here, you have Lisa, and here is product A, right? So that's the record we are showing right there first. And then we have Lisa in 2024. She have this product B. So in this case, she has the product B right here, and then she didn't have product B in 2024, so there is null value for product A. So this is how you will see. Now let me ask you this: if there is another product C and you run this pivot, what will happen? Now you are not adding any column manually. It automatically generates a next column for it. So it is going to go ahead and create a column right here, right next to the product C. So I will go here, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just go for the same record for Lisa, and here I will put another record. Okay, and then here I will say product C, and then maybe 1100. Okay, now, and we can change the year as well. So if you want, I mean, your choice, we can have the same year. Sorry. Okay, now if we go ahead and execute this code, what's going to happen is going to have 3 columns instead of 2 columns for product A and product B. Now it will have product A, product B, and product C. So I will show you the output and this will make sense. See, this is dynamically happening. So automatically, whatever the distinct list of the values available in this column, that's where we are using for pivot, and the distinct value in the product will become the columns. So product A, product B, and product C, these are the distinct values in this product column. And now you see that there is only one row that Lisa in 2026 she had a value for product C. She never there is no other name or person bought this product in any other years, so there is no record. So you see that this is how it works. Now let's go to another example that's going to also help you out to understand more. Now if we pivot year column, guess what we are doing? Say pivot df year, and df that's our original data frame, group by just the name, and then pivot by year, and then aggregate by sum. So now if you see the data, and I'm also gonna go and just take this part and copy here, so I will show you the both data sets here. Okay, let's execute. Okay, so what happened here? Now here we have this is our original data. Okay, now we have name, year, product, and revenue, and then we said okay, I want this group by name. So you have it is grouping by name. Then I said that pivot the year. So in a year you see that we have a year 2023, 2024, 2025, 26, so all these years. So it automatically created these columns. Fine. And then now we said that okay, you need to use the revenue and do the sum. And guess what, in a year for Raza it did sum in 2023 year, and 2024 there were values, so it put those values there. So you see that now for Bob and Amir, Shehzad, and Lisa, and everybody, so it grouped by the name. Then it took the column from the pivot column that we said that pivot on the year, so created the, instead of having the rows, created the columns. And then we applied the aggregate function and on the revenue, and said that print that under each of them, because if you see this this is the same thing we were doing here. So you have name, year, and product, and then revenue. But here you have more like where you are having the years as the columns instead of the rows, and this is more kind of spreaded horizontally instead of vertically. So this is your vertical data right there. So it's going down all the way, and this is going on the horizontal side. So this is more like a spreading. If you add a new year, it's going to come to 2027 here automatically, and that's how it will be. So this is how the pivot will work. So depending on your need, often you will use this for reporting, or sometime creating the data frames where you need to maybe create another file or summary file from there, and you will use this pivot function. I thank you very much for watching this video. I will use another video on unpivot, where you have this data, let's say on this one, and then you have to unpivot and make something like this. So we will do another video on that. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.